Right then, here we are, folks. We're live. We're here. Hope everyone is doing well this fine evening. I'm up for this one. When I tell you that I'm very happy with the lineup today, I mean it. I am ecstatic with the lineup. So of course, it's going to be a tough one. Good to see you, Anime Dude, once again. Welcome back. But yeah, I'm very happy with that lineup. I've got exactly what I've been asking for, which is Musgrove and Wood in there as well. And the fact that we're starting with our three biggest blokes, with Musgrove and Vaughan in the front row, and Harrison there as well, I'm extremely happy with that. I think there's a chance he delivers. I think if they're happy with preparations and they think they've prepared well in training, and Sneed has maybe given a few pointers on what he'd like to do specifically with the kicking game, and it frees up George Williams and Matt Duffy, then there's a chance. I do think we'll be a much more competent looking team this week. My biggest concern is just missed tackles. Clean that up and there's a chance. Their forward pack is massive, but we couldn't be any bigger in the forwards there. If the only change I think you could make is Holroyd out, Tom Whitehead in. Of players that are available, I think Yates is injured. I'm not sure how long for, but the only way to make that pack slightly bigger from what's available is Whitehead goes in for Holroyd. But I'm happy with that. If you lose is it Burgess out for you? It's not. I think if Sneed's going to be the go-to guy at 7, I think that gives Burgess a few more weeks because he'll need time to adjust. I think the thing that's given his first year last year, I think Burgess at least has till the midway point of the season to assess. And if even by then the missed tackles are still a problem, then I think it's right to question it. I'm happy for him to stay for the season, but it depends on the kind of performances. But it's the missed tackles are a killer right now. I've got the forward pack that I want. This is exactly what I want. I've wanted this for weeks. I've got what I want, so I can't complain about that. I'm very happy with it. But if we lose through the middle, then I'll just have to accept, look, we're still not big enough in the forwards. We could do with an extra prop for next season, or if we can somehow bring someone in, I don't know. But I've got what I want. If we lose through the middle, so be it. It'll just be on Mark Sneed over the next couple of weeks to sort of work himself into the squad more effectively. I'm excited though. I'm excited. This is the most excited I've been for a game this season. Aside from obviously Vegas, I was really excited, and then look how that turned out. I'm also quite happy that Saints have pretty much a full team. Obviously, Carl Felt's not in there, and they probably have Murphy as well starting over Benison. But I'm happy that they've basically got a full team near enough because I don't want to. I always want to win purely off merit. So if they had shit tons of injuries and then we won, people would complain about that. So I want to win purely off merit. Love to see December at Warrington, buddy. I would too. But I can't imagine Wigan letting him go. I cannot imagine that. You see the Eamon McManus statement about Nigel Wood? No, I didn't. Where would I find that, King? Is it on Twitter or is an article somewhere on... I can just... I don't know, let's have a look. Oh, love Rugby League. Chairman throws support behind Nigel Wood with explosive statement as shameful claim made. St Helens chairman Eamon McManus has thrown his full support behind the return of Nigel Wood to the Rugby Football League in a statement which labels those criticising Wood as shameful. Wood, who previously spent over a decade and a half working for the game's governing body, saw his return to the RFL as interim chairman announced last week. Derek Bowman and Gary Hetherington were among those pushing for Wood's return. Let's have a look. McManus said, "We clearly seek to be the best governed. We clearly seek to be the best governed bankrupt sport in the world." Saints and McManus are firmly in the for Wood camp, as evidenced by the lengthy statement released on their club website on Friday evening. Statement reads, "Like most people in Rugby League, I've been rendered dizzy by the self-congratulatory resignations from the board of the RFL. Some even perversely set out their personal CVs as if to introduce themselves to the sport and to its followers. Even the International Rugby League board momentarily woke up to join in the backslapping jamboree. Added to the mix have been the tiresomely predictable anonymous open letters without quoting a Jesus Christ. Has he really quoting a scintilla of fact or backed by a shred of evidence referring to misogyny and governance models? We clearly see to be the best bankrupt sport in the world. It will be revealing to see who will constitute the RFL's replacement board, a continuation of the same old as appointed by the current board, or a new well-qualified board pursuant to legally binding acceptance of the issued resolution." What is this statement? Who approved that? Evening, Michael. Lee Partington said if Wire win, he will meet you on car park after the game for a scrap. All right, okay. Sounds good, Craig. Appreciate that. I'm going to have to go. I've caught a cold since yesterday's stream. Well, sorry if my stream gave you the cold. I apologise, mate. It was last night. Good night. God bless. Hope you enjoy the game. All right. Well, get well soon, mate. It's an explosive statement, if nothing else. That's true. I don't know. I mean, it's one hell of a statement. I'll tell you that. It's interesting. And Sam, get off the lines, pal. Get off the lines. Get back on your Baldur's Gate 3. Sneed. Suits the Wire kit. Looks a bit weird, but suits it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Don't worry, Alexa, whichever one it is. He's talking to me. Yeah, just ignore Mr. Dallas in the chat. He's just a wind-up merchant. But hello, Sam. Right, we're a few minutes out. So let's just go through the teams for the first and final time before we crack on. So, starting for St Helens in the backs is Wellesby, Benison, Robertson, Percival and Sambu. Saylor and Lomax are in the halves. In the forwards, you've got Wormsley, Clark, Lee, Sirenen, Whitley and Knowles. On the benches and by Passy, Wingfield and Delaney. Stevens is the 18th man. On the side of Warrington, this is about as strong as we could be, and I'm happy with this lineup. I think Russell makes it slightly stronger, and Curry could be 13 for impact from Harrison, but I'll just go through the team. So, in the backs, you've got Dufty, Jordan Ditchfield's favourite person. Dufty, Thulis, Ty, King, Ashton, Williams and Sneed. Whether I'll join in on the Sneed chance if he's on conversions, we'll see. Musgrove, Walker, Vaughan, Curry, Fitzgibbon and Harrison are in the forwards. On the benches, Powell, Holroyd, Philbin and Wood. Lindup is the 18th man. I'm happy with that. Lindup's been missing way too many tackles. And I'm just thinking, with Musgrove, Vaughan and Harrison in there together, have we given Danny Walker a proper pack to work from? Have we just given him a proper forward pack? Oh, need to get a trumpet in here. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm ready for this. I was extremely excited for the Vegas game, and then all of a sudden it just went to shit. Started off alright, and then it just went to shit. But I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward. See how Sneed gets on tonight. Hopefully it goes well for him. Best of luck. I need to charge my phone a bit, actually. Right, folks. Poll is in the chat. 17 votes, 76% say St. Helens, which is fair enough. Sneed a good sign, I reckon. Well, I hope so, Michael. I really hope so. I was thinking a couple times this week we're just going to start Ratchford, but I'm glad we've gone with it. If there's a bit of a disconnect with him, trying to spread the ball and him taking on any of the kicking, not the kicking, sorry, him directing anything, if it's not exactly what we want right now, I'm not going to hold it against him or Burgess or Gleeson. I understand it's going to take time to adjust. Might not be perfect tonight. What I want to see from a team perspective is at least making bloody tackles, wrapping the ball up, bringing men down, stop letting them get easy progress through the middle. You know, it would be nice if you would also show the games. Well, I can't do it due to copyright. Right. We're coming out. Come on, George. Come on, Matt. Come on, Danny. Come on, Toby. Come on, Zane. Paul. First name basis, you know what I mean? No, they don't know me. My friend Craig is excited tonight because he's not forced to watch Emmerdale. Oh, well. He's winning. Craig's winning. But who wouldn't love to keep up with the Dingles, you know what I mean? Who wouldn't love to just see what Kane Dingle's been up to? Who he's knocking out, who he's, starting beef with. Do you know what I mean? What shenanigans is going on at the Dale. Right, we've got 39 peeps in here. Warrington will kick off to Saints very shortly. There's a bit of smoke in the atmosphere, but nothing crazy. So there's been 19 votes. 79% say Warrington, 79% say St. Helens, 21 say Warrington. I'll end the poll there. If you guys have any predictions before we start, do let me know. But yeah, we are about to be underway any second. It will be Warrington kicking to St. Helens. Mark Sneed, there he is, mate. There he is. Let's get a bit of H2O. A bit of high quality H2O. Is he on the opening kick? He is. First touch from Mark Sneed will be the kick-off. And we are underway, folks. Let's go. Here we go. Lomax underneath it. Hands it off to Walmsley. Bang! First collision of the game. About 15 metres out from the road line. Clark waits at dummy half. Come on, lads. Slow down the progress. Knowles with the next carry takes it over the 20 for St. Helens. Or, sorry, St. Helens. Depending on where you're from. Next carry from Matty Lee. Strong hit there from Musgrove. Need the forwards to be huge tonight. To give a platform for Danny Walker to feed off the back of. Good luck to Sambu on his debut as well. Hopefully he goes well. So Walmsley with a pretty strong carry through the middle up towards the 40. It's going to be fourth tackle for Saints. Clark goes short side left to Wellesby, then to Sirenen. Cuts back towards the middle, goes over halfway. Oh, almost a strip there from Walker. Oh, I thought he had it for a second then. But they make it into opposition territory. They're spreading the ball right. Saylor is the trigger man, making him go towards the right. Benison finds a bit of space, but kicks towards the middle. It's recovered by Williams, just in front of Warrington's own 10. Sneed waits at dummy half. Hands it off to Thulis. Makes a couple metres there. Walker waits at dummy half. Hands it off to Ty. Hopefully he's sort of at full fitness now. Has some stronger carries. He's stronger defensively. Hopefully he's, good to go. But he takes it over the 20 for Warrington. Walker gives it to King. Just short of the 30. Minute and a half gone. It's fourth tackle coming up for Warrington. Walker to Dufty on his right. Just takes a carry through the middle. Up towards the 40. So, not terrible. Not terrible. But last tackle. It's going to go out the back. Left to Sneed. Puts spiral on it. His first kick and he puts at least a bit of spiral on it. Oh, it goes directly to Sambu. But at least he's put some bloody spiral on it. I'll take that. Saints up towards their own 30 now. Benison with the first carry is stopped on the 30 by 3 defenders. 3 of the big men. Clark. Towards Lomax in the middle. Who was that? Was that Lees with the next carry? Might have been. Clark back towards the middle. Possibly forward there, don't know. Not too bothered though. It's Knowles with the next carry for Saints. 3 defenders in there. Slowing down the progress. That's alright. 2.5 minutes on the clock. Fourth tackle for Saints coming up. They're just shy of halfway. Clark goes right towards Wellesby, who switches back to Lees. Last tackle coming up. They are in Warrington's territory. Lomax on the left-hand side. Dinks towards the back left. Plenty of height on it. Thulis takes it comfortably. Met by Sambu, but shakes off 1. Then 2. Almost Wellesby, but gets the offload to Roderick Ty. Good work, Josh Thulis. Ty makes some decent progress past the 30. So good return there, Josh. Good return, lad. 3 minutes on the clock. And Ashton takes his first carry of the game over the 40, so that's all right. Gets us out of a little bit of trouble there. So they've tried to show a replay, but they've just shown the live footage in both screens. Fair enough. Walker on the halfway goes left to Sneed, pops it up to Harrison with a, decent carry there. Almost up to St. Helens 40. So we are now in enemy territory for the first time this game. Walker to his right to Musgrove. Spins a little bit into the tackle. Just shy of the 30 for St. Helens. 3.5 minutes on the clock. Fifth tackle. Walker goes left to Williams. Kicks the ball towards the back left. Decent chase from King and Ashton. Putting Benison under pressure. Get him down. Good lad. Good lad. Looked like the ball came loose for a second then, but I didn't fully see it. So Robertson with the first carry. Discipline, boys. Discipline. Nothing silly now. I think Robertson kept it. Good pressure. St. Helens still behind their own 10. 4 minutes on the clock. They go left to Sirenen. So they finally make it out their own 10, just shy of the 20. Fourth tackle. Clark scoots from dummy half, gives it to Walmsley. Then up to the 30. Walmsley claiming there's a high shot there. Ref says play on. Fourth tackle. They've only made up to the 30, so good stuff, Wire. But Saylor, using up space on the right-hand side, gets it to Robertson. He's got Benison in support. Oh, no. Oh, well done, Matt. Matt Dufty slaps the ball down. Saints recover it, but he defuses. He defuses it. I will take that. Oh, my God. I will take that. Well done, Matt. Well done. So now we have to defend right in front of our try line, but I will take that. Good job, Dufty. Bloody hell. Good job. So Saylor going left with Wellesby. Percival. Oh, and that's a wayward pass, and that is out. Good lad. Matt Dufty. Good job, lad. Good job. So maybe Sambu was not where Percival was kind of hoping for, usually. But, yeah, maybe the pass could have been better itself, but maybe he was expecting Sambu to be a little bit more advanced. Fair play, Matt Duffy. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. So that should have been a try all day for Saints. It should have been. Whether Roderick Ty would have been able to get there, I don't know. I don't think he would have done. But 6 minutes on the clock. Warrington will have possession. All right, Lomax. What's the crowd booing for? Let's have a look at this. Oh, that's soft. Wait, is it a penalty? Nah. It's a penalty for that. Okay. Oh my god. You soft gets. You soft gets. I've added on the 2. He's not taking it just yet. He's about to. But yeah, that's a 2-0 lead for Saints. That's so stupid. That is soft. That is absolutely pathetic. The fact that we allow stuff like that. So, Warrington kick off. Ball is handed off to Wormsley. Push back over his 10. Go on, lads. Clark to Sirinen. Finally takes it over the 10 for Saints. 7 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Clark at dummy half gives it to Wormsley. Almost breaks the line there. Clark goes short side left to Wellesby. Eats up the meters. Almost finds a line break. Musgrove gets a hold of him. Gets the offload to Sirinen though. Back towards the middle with Knowles. Then across to Saylor. Across to Robertson down the right-hand side. Cuts back towards the middle. 8 minutes on the clock. 4th tackle coming up. Way too many meters there, but at least we diffused it. So towards the middle now with Knowles. Then to Lees on the 40 in Warrington's half. Last tackle. Saints in possession. Clark goes right to Saylor, who's just going to dink this ball high towards the back right. Ashton is waiting for it. Knock on from Saints, but it's recovered by Matt Duffy, who's brought down just over the 20. Let's go, boys. Settle into this now. Settle into it. Ashton with a carry just short of the 30 for Wire. Walker goes from dummy half. Eats up meters. Pushes off 1. Go on, Danny. Danny over the halfway mark. There we go. Good job, Danny. Harrison. The dummy half. Look at him. To Sneed. Sneed with a chip kick towards the back left. One. Put him under pressure. Put him under pressure. He goes out behind the 10. That's all right. That's all right. If Mark Sneed wants to do that, I'll let him do it. I'm not going to complain. Let Sneed do what he wants. Unless it's proper shit, then I will complain. But that's all right. You do what you like, Mark. If you want to do that, you do it. Who am I to complain about Sneed's kicking game? Unless it is actually shit at some point, then I will complain. But Danny Walker, there he is. Making those meters. Got to be a strong defensive set now, boys. No line breaks here. Discipline is important. I don't feel like we've been missing many tackles as well. I think there's been a couple, but nothing crazy. Saints have found leverage, and therefore we've missed a couple tackles because it's difficult to bring them down. But Saints on their own 20. Sirinen, then Lomax. There's a wayward pass. Thulis recovers it on the 20. Gets the ball back inside. Comes off a Saints player, then goes out. I think possibly a knock on from Warrington first. Don't challenge it. Don't waste it. Right, so yeah, touch from Josh Thulis. Knocks the ball on. Recovers it on the 20, but yeah, it's going to be Saints ball on the 20. Which isn't too bad. 10.5 minutes on the clock. Scrum for Saints over on the left-hand side of the field. So at least it wasn't like a penalty situation or further up the field where they get a repeat set from like the 40 or halfway. It's high up the field. So on the 20 is Walmsley. Clark waits. Gives it to Knowles. Met by Fitzgibbon, Musgrove and Sneed. Pushed him back over the 30. Good job, lads. Defensively, been pretty strong. Whoa! What are you doing, Zane? What are you doing? What are you doing? Did he just kick him? Well done, Ben Curry. I don't know what... That was just so weird then. I didn't even compute what just happened, but if Musgrove just kicked him. Wakey 6-0, fair play to Wakefield, fair play. Ooh, Vaughan's not in a good way. He's getting a little bit scrappy. They find a lot of progress down the right edge. Okay, Whitley, just short of Warrington's 30. Last tackle, Clark goes from dummy half. Ball goes out. Was the ball played at? Turnover, okay. Fair play, Wakefield. I did predict Hull FC to win. I think it was 2016, I think was the score that I went for. Fair play, yeah. Definitely didn't play at that. I need to see what happened with Musgrove again. So Thulis on the 20 for Warrington. Brought down by 3 defenders. Walker waits at dummy half. Are we gonna have a go inside our own half at some point, or what are we gonna do? What are we gonna try? Toby King makes some decent meters there. 8-0 for Wakefield. Ashton shifting towards the left hand side over Warrington's 40. Third tackle coming up. Walker over on the left hand side of the field gives it to Vaughan. Takes it over halfway for Warrington. So I imagine we'll just be setting up for a kick towards the back corner pretty soon. Dufty goes for a carry through the middle up to Saints 40. So this might just go straight to Williams. I'll go to Sneed actually for a kick towards the back right. Good pressure from Thulis onto Sambu. Drops immediately. Thulis is there straight away. Complaints from the crowd, but Saints behind their own 10 again. Sirenen takes it just over the 10 for Saints. Lomax to Percival. Complaints from the crowd. Probably for offside, even though it doesn't look that bad. Sometimes you can't tell because they don't zoom out straight away. They play the ball zoomed in so you can't see whether players are jumping the gun or not. Sirenen down the left-hand side carries it up to the 30 for Saints. Last tackle coming up. Good defensive work, Wire. Across to Lomax. Are they going to eat up meters down the right? No. Sailor's going to kick from behind the 30. Bounces a couple times and then Dufty recovers it. Decent pressure there from the Saints defenders. A lot of Warrington players having to track back. Sneed gives it to Toby King on his left-hand side. Carries the ball up to the 40 for Warrington. Good carry there from Toby King. Sneed at dummy half. Give it to Ashton. Comes back towards the middle. Makes about 5 meters there. Walker in centre field. Goes to his right to Harrison. Out the back to Williams. Then out the back to Dufty. Eating up some meters down the right edge. Pushes off one. Shrugs off another, but then he's brought down just over St. Helens 40. Fourth tackle. 14.5 minutes gone. Williams going left. Switches back to Harrison. Bumps off one. Gets the offload to Vaughan. Recovers it. Just about. So last tackle, this will probably go left to Sneed, most likely. Oh no, he goes right to Sneed, alright. Kicks towards the back right for Sambu again. He'll be under a lot of pressure today. Sambu catches it, oof, almost bobbles it. It's brought down just over his own 10 by Curry. Maintain this discipline, boys. It's now with Wells being centre field, then to Benison. Saints only 15 metres out from their own line with 15 minutes on the clock. Second tackle for Saints. Tristan Saylor with a carry through the middle takes it over the 20. Clark to Walmsley. Bumps off a few, gets up to the 30. I think we've done well to limit their forwards right now. When they spread the ball down the right, they're eating up meters. I think our line speed needs to be a little bit quicker on the left edge. But in terms of progress through the middle, I'm happy with this. So good job. Good discipline. Good work through the middle. Saints shifting left. Wellesby kicks from behind the halfway line. Bounces once, twice, 3 times. Recovered by Matt Duffy. Plenty of white shirts. Bring him down just in front of the sticks. Is it a knock on? It's a knock on from Duffy. Right in front of the try line. So Saints will have possession about 5 metres out. It's unfortunate because we've done well. The defensive work through the middle has been good. I'm much happier with what I've seen so far. We look competent. If we concede off here, won't be mad because, you know, Saints have been shifting the ball around well in attack. They look a lot better in possession, so we'll see what they can do here. But if we can keep them out, that'd be great. But we'll see what we can do on the goal line. So a bit of a mess up with the scrum, but we'll be packing the scrum once again. So St. Helens 10 metres out, 16 minutes on the clock. Ball goes in. Clark to his right to Lomax, then to Saylor, and to Wellesby. Met by King, but he's got room to run down the right-hand side. Brought down by Mark Sneed. Good work from Sneed. Penalty. How is every time everyone's offside from scrums, it just gets boring. Penalty for Saints. They're going to tap 5 metres out. So tap from Clark. Gives it to Lees. Takes the carry just straight up. They're just right at the sticks now. St. Helens about 3 metres out. Clark goes left to Lomax. Cross to Walmsley. Straight into Williams. Good tackle from Williams on the legs. Left of the sticks. Wellesby goes towards the middle with Lomax. Then to Knowles, met by Vaughan, wraps the ball up, gets an offload to Clark. Across to Percival, shifting left, dinks the ball through. Bloody hell, bit of a mess there, and we kick the ball over the dead ball line. There's going to be a dropout. At least we diffused it. I'm alright with that. I'm okay with it. Right then, so it's going to be a repeat set for Saints. Mark Sneed might choose to go short here. He might choose it. Maybe. Feel it's against Sambu. He might go for it. We'll see. No, it just goes long. That's fair enough. I'm alright with that. Goes past the halfway mark. Caught on the full. Passed halfway by Lomax. Good drop out there from Sneed. Up to Warrington's 40 from Walmsley and a few extra metres as well. 18 minutes on the clock. First tackle for Saints. Towards the middle with Lomax. Then across to Lees, is that? I think it is, yeah. Up to Warrington's 30. Stay strong now, boys. They go left to Lomax. Pops it up to Walmsley. Loses possession. Nice. Good work. Really good work. So yeah, knock on from Walmsley. Our forwards just look so much stronger. We just look more competent. The thing that's making me nervous is not in a negative way, like, oh, I'm waiting for it to all fall apart. But, like, teams often revert to type at some point. They'll just go back to the usual ways. And I'm just hoping that doesn't happen because I'm actually really, really happy with with what we've done so far. And it's not just because of the scoreline, but We've withstood a lot of pressure through the middle. And in possession, we've not done anything crazy. But I've not... Normally I'm thinking I'd like us to spread the ball more, but I'm not actually that fussed about us not trying to be so expansive right now. I'm actually okay with it. But we get a penalty. Saints attack is shit. Well, it's... I don't know. I think that's... It was shit last year, but this year definitely looks good. And they did deal with a lot of injuries last year, so... And then a penalty kick from Sneed from behind the 40. So we'll start this set from Saints 40. Come on, boys. So it's a tap from Walker, then to Sneed, then to Musgrove. Makes a couple metres there. Right, come on. 20 minutes on the clock. Walker, centre field, goes right to Vaughan. Straightens up. Offloads to Walker. He's up to the 20. That's good. Come on, lads. 65% possession to Saints. So we'll get our first proper attacking set here. Harrison goes left to Sneed. Then to Williams, pops it up to Fitzgibbon. Now we're now inside the 10. Dufty waits at dummy half. Third tackle over on the left-hand side. Walker to Sneed. Dinks the ball through. Come on! Nice! Mark Sneed puts the little ball through. It's probably going to be checked. No, it's given. Let's go, boys. That's a try for Warrington. Come on. Mark Sneed, look at him go. Look at him go. Nice. Very nice. First proper attacking set. Mark Sneed sees a run from Williams. Gets the ball down. Good job, lads. Really, really impressed with the defensive work. Gets that ball down clear. Really, really impressed. I'm most proud of the discipline. I'm extremely proud of the discipline through the middle. Because we've done a good job at some points in this game defensively to keep them pinned inside their own 10, 20 or 30. And there's been no stupid penalties. I'm very proud of that. Very, very proud. Good job, lads. That's what you get off the back of good, solid work defensively. That's what you get. So I've given Warrington 6. Mark Sneed should get it from where the ball was planted. 22 minutes on the clock. Am I really gonna do the Sneed? I should just do one, shouldn't I? I should at least do one. Okay, it'll be cringy, but I'll do one. I'll do one. Sneed! Right. Cringe, I know, but I had to. 6-2 for Warrington. 6-2. Exquisite, John Wells says. Williams shushing the fans. I don't like players like showing off like that. Unless you got a massive lead, I don't like that happening, but we'll see. So Saints are going to kick off. Good job, lads. Come on. Dufty takes it on the full. Wasn't the longest kick-off in the world, but met my 3 defenders. Good stuff. Walker gives it to Vaughan. The forwards have done a really, really good job this game. Really good. Walker to Harrison. Takes a carry himself. 23 minutes on the clock. Third tackle for Warrington. Walker in centre field goes left to Musgrove. Gets some decent metres there over the 40 for Warrington. Has the ball come loose? No, I don't think it has. Walker fakes short side left. Goes out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Recovered by Ben Curry on the 30. So a little bit of a disconnect there, but last tackle coming up. Get it to Mark Sneed. Put a bit of spiral on this. So we messed up that set, but let's hopefully just diffuse the situation. So there we go. Long kick from Sneed. Oof, almost bobbled by Sambu, but takes it on the full. He's up to St. Helens 30. The forwards have done such a good job this game. Massive turnaround. Strong hit there from Fitzgibbon. Well done, lad. What now? Alright, well, first, proper bit of ill discipline. Let's have a look. Yeah, I guess so. I'm disappointed. I'm not frustrated about it because we've been alright. St Helens on the halfway line. We'll start this fresh set. They're going left with Wellesby. Out the back to Percival. He's got room to run, just eating up meters. Ty gets into him. So St Helens about 32 metres out from Warrington's try line. Sambu towards the middle with Wellesby. Going to his right to Lomax. Then to Knowles. Takes it over the 30 for St Helens. 24.5 minutes on the clock. Second tackle for Saints. They go right. Sailor on the 30. Pops it up to Whitley. Goes up to the 20. 4 defenders in the tackle. Working really hard here. Working really hard. So Saints get a proper attacking set now. Sailor towards the middle with Lees. Carries the ball through the middle. St Helens on the 4th tackle. 11 metres out from the try line. Clark in centre field. Goes left to Lomax. Straightens up. Goes into Harrison. Brings him down. Ball comes loose. Knock on from Lomax. Good job, Harrison. Really good job there. Nice. Lomax looking for an offload there to Percival, but loses possession in the process. Lomax maybe rushing it a little bit there. I mean, I can understand you're close to the line, having a go, but maybe just rushing that a little bit too much. So it's going to be a scrum for Warrington on their own 10 after a knock-on from Johnny Lomax. So it's out the back to Toby King, met by 3 defenders, takes it over the 10, only a couple of metres over it though. Plays the ball for Walker. Ashton takes a carry over the 20. Is that Delaney on as well? He's done well so far this season for Saints. Really good job from him. It's always good to see the young lads, one, getting game time, but then really flourishing when they do get that game time. So regardless of who they play for, I'm happy for Delaney. Walker goes through the middle, just short of the 40 for Warrington. So he'll play the ball actually on the 40. Philbin's also on for Wire. Williams. Oof. Wood is also on. Sneed kicks from behind the 40. Decent angle. Not quite there for a 40-20. Oh, beautiful. Just ends up in the in-goal area where Wellesby collects. Shifting right. Across to Benison. Has to cut back towards the middle. Mark Sneed. Beautiful. 3 defenders dragging back. Max Wood. Let's have a big game here, Max. Let's go. I'm so proud of this opening 26 minutes. Best performance of the season so far. Really good job. Really, really proud of this effort. So on the 20, Clark not too sure where to go. Met by Danny Walker. And then 2 more defenders join in Curry and Philbin. Stopped just over the 20. Walker and Clark probably having a nice little conversation about something. Pops the ball up to Delaney down the left-hand side. Gets it over the 30 for Saints. So Musgrove and Vaughan came off. Philbin and Wood enter the field. So last tackle, is it? They're going right with Sailor. Kicks from the 30. Oh, Ashton's under a bit of pressure. Recovers it though. Between the 30 and 40 for Warrington. Sneed is there at dummy half and gives it to Dufty, who will take a carry over the 40 for Warrington. Oof. Sneed waits at dummy half. Now with Thulis through the middle. Up to halfway. So 3rd tackle for Warrington. 28 minutes on the clock. Walker waits centre field at dummy half. Goes to his right to Max Wood. Didn't really get much revving up for that carry, but he looks pretty big there, Max Wood. So they go left to Sneed. Out the back to Williams. Goes himself. Finds half a break there. Looking for a quick play of the ball, but... So we go towards the middle with Sneed. He's going to kick towards the back right for Sambu and Percival. Having a look at this one. Knock on from Sambu, possibly. The ball goes out. The referee is going to say... Ooh, Thulis is down, but I think they're going to say knock on from Sambu. Yeah, knock on from Saints. Thulis, he's going to get up. God, I love Thulis. I just love the effort he puts in. I think if Thulis was a little bit quicker, if he had a bit more pace, he'd be something special. Like, in terms of how he plays the game, I think he's already a really valuable, solid player for Warrington. But if he had a bit more speed, he'd be on a different level. So, a bit of a mess up there, but it's going to be a penalty. Offside from the scrum. Well, you're booing for that. I mean, you guys got the same penalty, so have a day off. I wouldn't mind going for 2 to give us a 6-point lead. I think that makes sense because we got about 10 minutes to go. If we end up in good field position again, then we could be looking at a Mark Sneed drop goal. And if we do, then we're back. We're finally back, but we're going to go for the 2. So it should be 8-2 to Warrington from the position here. I'm not going to add it on just yet, just because you never know. You never know how I'm going to get screwed over. But we're just going to eat some time off the clock. 30 minutes on the clock now. Idiosyncratic. Honestly, well done, Mark Sneed. Well done, Mark Sneed. Well done, Musgrove and Vaughan and Harrison. The last time I remember being this proud of an effort in like the first half an hour was against Hull KR at home last year. The first time we played them at home, where we beat them like 18-4. One of the most well-disciplined, solid, creative performances I'd seen in a long time. One of the best performances I've ever seen. But that's going to be the extras added. We were just really well-disciplined, good defensive work. In possession, we just looked really competent. Maybe a little bit more creative back then than we were today. But I'm just, all these little areas, just professional. It's just clean enough. Saints are still looking threatening, certainly when they spread the ball inside the middle third, down the right edge. If Saints lose, think Wellens is a goner? I don't know. Maybe. It depends if they feel competent with Lee Breers just taking the head coaching role. I mean, they might always try and bring somebody else in. But I think if they got rid of Wellens, I think they'd want Lee Breers to just take the head coaching job. So it's 8-6 now for Wakefield. And back onto this game, Warrington are in possession with Harrison on Warrington's 30. 32 minutes coming up on the clock. It's third tackle for Warrington. Walker hands it off to Max Wood, takes up to the 40. Walker, centre field, goes left to Sneed, kicks from behind the 40. Bit of spin on this. It's going to bounce plenty of times here. It's recovered by Benison behind the 10. Okay, so Saints just short of their own 20. So good kick chase. Just got to keep the discipline. Max Wood and Philbin in the tackle there. Saints go down the left edge with Percival just shy of the 30. And by waits at dummy half. Penalty against Warrington. Williams unhappy with the decision. I mean, if his hand's trapped, what's he supposed to do? Oof. So a bit of a wayward pass there from Saints. Lomax just about retains possession, just short of halfway. But it's a fresh set for Saints in decent field position, so we'll see what they can do now, especially with Passy on the field. Gets an offload, still allowing offloads with like multiple men in the tackle. That needs to be sorted out. St. Helens only about 33 metres out from Warrington's line. Welsby from dummy half. Eats up the metres. Shifting right. It's now with Passy through the middle. Brought down 20 metres out. Third tackle for Saints. Mbai goes right to Lomax. Sees a bit of space. Oh, just brought down by Fitzgibbon. Good tackle. Moses Mbai goes right to Sailor, across to Robertson. Met by Ashton. Good tackle. Come on, lads. Last tackle here now. Saints only a few metres out. On the right-hand side, they go left to Sailor. Kicks the ball across the field. Sambu takes it cleanly. Back inside to Sirenen. He's going to dink the ball through. I think it's played out from a Warrington player, but goes backwards. Recovered by Roderick Ty. Warrington have possession a few metres out from their own line. Okay, well done, Roderick. Curry from behind the 10. Takes the first carry. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Toby King with the next carry. Takes it up to the 20. Good carries from the guys at the back here. Really good carries from the back line. Sneed on the 20. Towards the middle with Fitzgibbon. Putting really solid defensive work today as Fitzgibbon. Plays the ball on the 30. Ashton. Shifts right. Makes a couple metres there. Maybe 2 or 3. Walker waits on the last tackle in centre field. Goes left out the back to Sneed. Going to kick from just on the 30. Plenty of distance on that. Taken on the full by Welsby. Eats up the metres. Shifts right. Welsby brought down by King. Try assist. Welsby has 10. Williams 7. Caesar and Lamb both 5. Fair enough. So even with a slightly poor performing Wire team so far, Williams is up there on the assists, which is good to see. But Sneed gets an assist on his debut, so that's good for him. Okay, Saints in possession now. Third tackle. They're just shy of halfway. It's with Delaney. Straight into Harrison, who now carries it over halfway for St. Helens. And by it dummy half goes towards the middle. On his right to Sailor. Out the back to Welsby. Met by Toby King. Gets an offload back to Sailor. On the 30. Across to Whitley. Looking to shrug off a few. Gets it to Robertson. Hasn't really got much room to work with, but he's brought down on the 10. Last tackle for Saints over on the right-hand side. Benison. Sneed putting pressure on the potential kicker, but Welsby kicks towards the back left. Thulis waits. Sambu takes possession. Stopped a few metres short. Good job, lads. Really, really good work. Good effort from Sambu there. Again, I don't want him to score and have like an amazing game, but I don't want it to be a bad game for him. I want him to at least, have a standard performance today. So that's fair enough. He's looked all right. They've put him under pressure today, but he's looked all right. So next carry from Holroyd. Go on, Adam. Who's on? Big hitter defensively. Ashton with the next carry. Warrington only just over their own 10. So there's a lot of work to do out of our own end, but I now trust Sneed with the kicks that carry through the middle from Walker. Takes it over the 20 and a few metres short of the 30. Fourth tackle coming up for Warrington. If we manage to get further up the field, I know Mark Sneed will be looking for one. Dufty with the carry through the middle. Look for a quick play of the ball. Walker goes left to Sneed. Hits the belly of the ball with his foot. Welsby takes it on the full. It's looking a bit, bit dicey for some of these catches here, but Saints doing a good job to get a hold of him. But the kicks certainly look more effective with Mark Sneed there. So Saints on their own 30 now. Percival carries the ball towards the middle up to the 40. 37.5 minutes on the clock. Second tackle for St. Helens. Thulis is coming off. Don't know if that's for HIA or what. I'm not sure what the problem is. Looks like something on his hip, maybe. Something to do with his ribs, I don't know. Saints shifting left onto Warrington's 40. So now with Percival. So that'll be Roderick Ty on the wing, Holroyd at centre. Most likely. So a bit of a change in the back line. We'll see how we deal with it. So they're shifting right now. St. Helens and By on the 30 to Sailor. Eating up metres down the right. Looks to break the line. Brought down about 12 metres out. Last tackle. 38 minutes just gone on the clock. Robertson scoots from dummy half. Kicks the ball through. Recovered by Fitzgibbon. A few metres out. They try and drag him over the try line. Ashton's there. Okay, Warrington. Inches in front of their own try line now. With a minute and a half left on the clock in the first half. Toby King, a lot of pressure onto him for the first carry. Stopped just short of the line again. So there's a lot of work for Warrington to do. Toby King slow to get up. Ashton with the next carry. So we're still stuck inside our own 10. We don't really need to try and spread the ball just to, just keep working. We're still stuck behind our own 10. Walker, then to Dufty. That looked high. But we're over our own 10. Walker out the back to Sneed. Decent distance on it. It's going to bounce a couple times. And then it's bobbled backwards by Wellesby. So there we go. That's the kick in from Sneed that lets us off. Saints now on their own 40. So they could have been easily in our half already, which they will be probably off the back of this play. But well done for Mark Sneed. So Saints with 30 seconds left in the first half. Percival's going to play the ball for him by in centre field. Goes to his left to Knowles, then to Lomax across to Sirenen. Looking for a switch back from Sambu. He's met immediately by Ben Curry. Saints come back towards the middle. With him by 10 seconds on the clock. They go right to Lomax. Switches back to Delaney. So, not sure if they can get this play off. We'll see. I think he'll just play it in time. Oh, Kennel's going to blow, and that's going to be half time. Really happy with that. Really proud. Really proud. I don't think there's much more I could have asked for. When you think of how we've been over the last few weeks, that's so much more like what we were like last year. We saw out the half. We can give a Holroyd and Ty a bit of time to, communicate, work out what they want to do in the back line, because there's going to be a shift there. I'm really happy with that. There's no complaints from me. There's been ill discipline, but that happens all the time anyway with everyone. I can only think of 2 instances where we could have had better discipline, but that's 2 compared to the usual flurry. There's been a few offloads, but really not many. I can only think of maybe 3 or 4, which is significantly less than what we've also allowed. Discipline, brilliant. Tackling, brilliant. Defensive work has been really solid. In possession, maybe not made the meters I'd like, but I'm not too worried about it right now because we'd look so much better with Sneed controlling that kicking game. I'm really happy with that. If anyone's got any thoughts on the first half, do let me know. But, yeah. Solid. Very solid. Right. That's an hour done on the stream. I'm going to check the Facebook pages in a minute and see if anyone's said anything, like fans. See what their thoughts are initially. What was I going to check now? Oh yeah, I remember. So I didn't do a match review for the Salford and Huddersfield game yesterday. I couldn't really be bothered, if I'm honest. I will probably do one for this. Good debut from Snead so far. Definitely Michael. Definitely. He's got himself an assist. Taking on the kicking responsibilities. There's actually some spiral. Oh, you want it, Sam? You want it? You want it?
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the drifting gate off! Get him off the field! That was diabolical!
What are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do? You want a walk. It's not going to happen. It's not happening. So I think it's still 8-6 to Wakefield at the moment at half time. Let's have a look. So they took a 2-point lead early on. Do you have it live streaming? I've just got it on Sky Sports. Well, I've moved up, Sam. I've moved up. I've got my soundboards. I've got all sorts. You want a trumpet? Bang! You know, elevating, moving up. When it's not half time, will you show it? No, because that's it's copyrighted, so I cannot show the game. Oh yeah, let's see what the fans have been saying. Let's start with St Helens. Have they posted it? They haven't even posted a halftime thingy. Super League might. Oh, there we go. Posted a minute ago, so no one said anything. Have Super League posted it? They have not posted a halftime thingy right now. I know Warrington have. Right, let's see what Wire fans have been saying. Just that 40 minutes has shown how much we've needed a solid partner for Williams. There's a few more things we still need before we can think of winning Super League, but it's better than we had. I fully agree with Mike Knight. Fully agree. Good off, good defence and points taken when near Saints try line. Snead brilliant so far. His kicking game winning the battle. Definitely. Good off wire apart from the ref. Great defence. Look a different team with Snead in there. Add a prop in and some luck without injuries. And we'll bang there. We will bang there. Okay. Great first half. Why keep it up? Curry had a brill first half. I think everyone was really good. Unbelievable bias from commentators and ref. Switched on. Keep it going. Awesome first half. Look what happens when you sign a player with a rugby brain and no ego. Finally looks solid down the wings defensively too. Top defence in the first half. Anything else? Keep it up, lads. Hopefully this is alright. I agree. Hope he's alright. Shocking for first 20, very good for second. Massively disagree with that. Massively disagree. I think the entire half was solid. The entire half was solid for me. I feel like I need to record a voice line for you. Well, it's up to you, but be careful. Be very careful. Come on, Saints, you're going to win. You never know. You never know. I'm not sure how to respond to that question. I would... I don't know. I don't know. I agree with Paul there. This is a game that does bring out the best. We've had some shockers against Saints. Absolutely shocking performances, but we always seem to, more recently at least, we've stepped up. So I know that Sneed probably would have been looking for a 1-pointer if we got some decent field position towards the back end of the half, but I'm happy with that. I think he might try and go for one early-ish. I think if we've gone, say, 10-15 minutes without points, I think he'll look for a 1-pointer. If we go for a 1-pointer, it'll kind of force Saints to switch on a little bit more. They'll be a bit more aggressive. And I think if Saints actually do play a little bit more aggressively, especially down the right-hand side, Tristan Saylor will keep eating up those meters. I think they'll find a bit of success. But I then trust Sneed off the back of it to keep going with a competent kicking game to put us in decent field position and not have to constantly defend our own line. Oh, you're asking him. So trust me, you give me a line to say as a voice line, I'll come around and record it for you, babe. Maybe make a date out of it and get us a Chinese. Oh, well, what we can do, Sam, I'd see, there's 34 people in here, or there's 38 now. There's 38 people in here, and by the way, Sam's a mate of mine, so I'm speaking directly to him. What was I going to say now? In a few weeks' time, let's get everyone around this gaff and let's do some stuff. I'm gonna put something together, some stuff for some drinking games, shots and all that. Yeah. I'm going to put it in the chat at some point, Sam, and let people know so they can hopefully free up some time. Offer you can refuse, right? I don't know if he meant to put can't, but yeah, I will refuse that. I will. What you guys need to know about Sam, right? This is what he does. And, okay, I'll get on to the good part soon, but whenever, basically there's, one of my other mates is a Saints fan. They love to put, yeah, I was actually going to say as well, Sam, you could ask Beth, Steve could ask Jess, and, Dill can ask Meg, and we try and get as many people around as we can. But yeah, because it'd be good to meet everyone and actually get a bigger group going. But yeah, I'll put it in there. But what was I going to say? Shit, what was I going to say? I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so Sam and one of my other mates, Joe, will put in the group chat when Saints beat Warrington, Wolves are shit. And one of my other mates, Jordan, who doesn't even give a shit about rugby or rugby league, he just doesn't give a shit, but he'll put Wolves are shit. He just will put it. But in the 4 occasions where Warrington beat Saints last year, the group chat was very, very quiet. So, it's always nice. Best believe if Warrington lose any game, they'll be putting Wolves as shit. And especially if it's against St. Helens, they'll be doing it. But it was very quiet last year, which was very nice. But yeah, Sam, I'll put something in the chat. Do you know what? I'm going to send you something, Sam. I'm going to send you something on Messenger. Bear with me. And if you look at the picture I've just sent you, Sam, they are who you think they are. On that picture, they are exactly who you think they are. Not Warrington's year this year, is it? Have you seen us, though? Have you seen how world class we are? I thought I was also getting something good said about me at first. I mean, hey guys, Sam's alright. He's a bit of a knob, but he's alright. There you go. Will you take that? See what his players are coming out as well. We're going to be kicking off with the second half very soon. Saints will be kicking to Warrington. Seeing if he's going to say anything about that before we get underway. Hopefully he does, because I'd like to make sure I get back to the game before we start talking or stop talking shit to each other. There you go. There you go, Sam. And yes, as I say, they are who you think they are in that picture. But I basically turn it into a bit of a drinking game. I'll take it, lad. Bit of a knob, but I'd... What job? What job are you talking about, lad? Yeah, he's alright. Sam's alright. Good lad, good folk, good darts. Right, so we're underway, folks. Second half has begun. Come on, Wire. Max Wood with the first carry. Just run it straight from the back fence, lad. Walker, just over the 10. To his left to Philbin. Yeah, just in it. Yeah, that's Dill. So left to Fitzgibbon over the 20. Walker, wait to dummy off. 25 metres out from his own line. Third tackle towards the middle with Harrison. Shifting right to Sneed. Out the back to Dufty. Eats up metres down the right hand side. Cuts back towards the middle. Stopped on the 40. Plays the ball for Walker. Set restart for the Wire. So Holroyd just takes it shy of halfway. Walker scoots from dummy half. Eats up some decent metres. And stopped on St. Helens 40. So a minute gone in this first half. There's been a second half, sorry. There's been a set restart for Warrington. So his second tackle is now with Harrison. Third tackle coming up. Walker waits to dummy half. Goes left to Sneed. Across to Williams. Pops it up to Toby King. Back to Williams. Williams runs towards the line. Stopped just a few metres short. Williams slow to get up, unfortunately. Sneed across towards Holroyd. Good pressure from Percival. Brought down about 12 metres out. Last tackle, Sneed. Chips towards the left-hand side. Toby King goes up for it. I think he's knocked on. It's another set for Warrington just in front of the line. So Fitzgibbon at dummy half. Gives it to Wood. Go on, Max. Max Wood. Going to be held up over the line, so Warrington will play the ball on St Helens 10. Good effort there from Max Wood. Little half chance there. So he plays the ball on the 10. Walker down the left-hand side goes towards the middle with Sneed. Philbin takes the carry through the middle. So Warrington now play the ball out about 4 metres away from the try line, between the sticks. Walker at dummy half. Goes left to Sneed. Across to Williams. Then to Dufty. Across to Ashton. Oh, has to cut back inside. Just stays in. Good scramble there from Saints, actually. That was really good scramble defence. King. To his right to Dufty. Then to Williams, who looks okay at the moment. Hands it off to Harrison, who's going to get stopped on the 20. So last tackle coming up. Let's see what we go for here. I don't mind if we just try and go for something and not force it. And stop a few metres short. But there's a ball over to Curry. Gets an offload. Kick through from Philbin. Chance for a set restart maybe. Oh, he's grounded it on the line or just over. I think it's worth a check, but I think it'll just be a 20-metre restart. Yeah, good effort there from Philbin. Decent kick through. Almost got to it, but yeah, I think that'll be a set restart. Oh, not set restart. 20-metre restart for Saints. So yeah. Well, good effort. Good effort. Bit of a mess there, but I think that was alright. Percival holding his nerve. Yeah. Okay. So Saints will tap on the 20. 7 tackle set. That graphic takes way too long. Takes way too long. They've got to be quicker with that. Like, the intros for the Super League highlights, like, takes way too long. Way too long. So, Sambu, eating up some decent meters. Saints now on their own 40 with Wellesby down the right edge. So 3.5 minutes gone in the second half. Moses in by waits at dummy half on the 40. To his left towards the middle with Passy. Fakes the pass off to Delaney, but he's stopped just short of halfway. Now takes him over halfway. Third tackle, Saints in Warrington territory. And by centre field goes left to Lomax. Out the back to Sailor. Eats up a few metres down the left hand side and is just short of Warrington's 30. And by on the fourth. Fakes left, goes right to Delaney. Takes the carry through the middle to Warrington's 20. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Last tackle, they go right to Wellesby. Across to Whitley. Oh, almost recovered by Ashton. Oh, almost. Another set for Saints about 10 metres out. So Warrington with a bit of work to do on the goal line. Oh, it was knocked on by King anyway, so that's alright. So Saints scrum. 10 metres out. Good test for Warrington here. So we're just packing the scrum at the moment. Oh, Saints trying something here maybe. So it's out the back of the scrum. They've already got the numbers automatically down the left-hand side, I think. Wellesby pops up to Percival. Good defence there from Warrington. So that's 45 minutes on the clock. Wellesby over on the left-hand side, just 5 metres out. Comes back towards the middle with Lomax. Gives it to Delaney, who just straightens up, takes a carry. Stopped on the 10. Moses by waits centre field. Goes to his right to Lomax. Cross to Passy. Sneed has to do some work to get to him. Passy stopped just a metre short. And by on the right-hand side. Ball is knocked down. It's going to be a bloody penalty. Yeah, Sneed was offside. He didn't even have his feet on the line, so yeah, he's offside. That's fair enough. Mark you offside, just leave it there. You didn't even have a single foot on the line, you're offside, simple as that. So Delaney with a carry, strong carry from Delaney, takes him over the 10. Saints only about 7 metres out. They go right, Lomax, across to Saint. Oh, just skips by a couple. Toby King wraps up Benison, but he gets free. Benison stopped about 15 metres out. Mbai comes towards the middle on his left to Lomax. Pops up to Delaney on his left. The Saints just left of the sticks right now, 5 metres out. Moses Mbai goes right to Lomax. Then across to Sailor. Shoots it across to Benison. Good scramble from Warrington. Benison stopped 2 metres short. Robertson at dummy half. Across to Mbai. Then to Sailor in centre field. Looking for an offload maybe. We wrap the ball up. Okay, so 3 or 4 metres out for Saints. Last tackle. Mbai left to Lomax. He's going to dink the ball towards the back left. Ty goes up for it. It's a bit of a mess. Williams collects it, but is dragged out. A knock on from Saints is what Kendall's saying. 47 minutes on the clock. It's going to be a challenge from Saints. Kendall just losing his train of thought for a second there. I wanted to see who touched it first. I think Ty's got a bit of contact on the ball there, but I think there's a Saints and a Wire player that both have a bit of contact on it. Okay, I think Percival touches that first. Percival, yeah, I'm pretty sure Percival gets first contact on that. And the ball, I think that's going to be Saints ball. Yeah, it's going to be Saints ball. Yeah. So Saints will have another set a few metres out. Great chance for Saints to pull this one back. See, that's how you do it. Just need to be quicker with all that stuff. I understand we need sponsors to kind of, add some money into the pot for the game. But that, the try, no try stuff needs to be quicker. So 10 metres out for Saints, just left of the sticks, but they go right to Knowles and to Passy. He's going to play the ball about 4 metres out from the line, 47.5 minutes, or just under 47.5, and by goes left to Lomax. Then to Wellesby, across to Percival. Stopped a few metres short again. So 47.5 minutes on the clock. Second tackle for Saints. Towards the middle with Lomax. Then to Knowles, across to Passy. Looks for an offload. They're going to get the ball across to Robertson. Bobbles a little bit, but good scramble from Warrington. Robertson darting back towards the middle. Stopped about 10 metres out. Was more like 9 or 8. Mbai towards the middle with Knowles. He's going to straighten up. I think Knowles has got that. Yeah. Yeah. Right between the sticks. That's going to be 8-all. Do you know what? I'm disappointed, but I'm not mad or anything because they've had a lot of possession down there. I think we've done a good job to keep them out. It's only going to be a matter of time, I suppose. Can't always get what you want, but that's, I'm not mad about it. I can live with it. Good effort from Walker. I don't know what Walker was complaining about. But yeah, so it's 8-6 to Warrington at the moment, but there's a kick to come right in front of the sticks, so that should be 8-all. Let's have a gander at the Wakefield game. They've not given an update for it yet. I'm assuming it's still 8-6, but sometimes they might forget. Yeah, still 8-6 to Wakefield. So Percival should convert this one. And he does. So that's 9.5 minutes gone in the second half. I'm not sure what Walker's complaining about. There's a woman shushing George Williams. That's why you just don't do stuff to fans unless you're winning comfortably. You just don't do it. So 50 minutes gone. And by weights, just over the 10 for Saints. Passy with the next carry. Who are the forwards that are on at the moment? Not too sure. There's a bit of blood coming from Philbin. I was going to say Theolis then. Saints shifting the ball right with Robertson. Has a bit of a line break, but trips over. Up to halfway. I'm not sure what you mean, freeloader. It's 8-8. So Saints, really strong set off the back of the try. And by waits at dummy half, about 25 metres out, back towards the middle with Saylor. To his right to Lomax. Then across to Wellesby. I think it was tipped on from Warrington. Went backwards, recovered by Ashton. He's shifting. Sailors in pursuit. Go on, Matty. Yes! Come on! Oh my god. I'm not sure if they're going to check this one. Have they given it? It's going to be checked. It's going to be checked. So try given on field. I'm pretty sure it was tipped by Warrington, but I do think it went backwards. Oh, he didn't touch it at all. Folks, this is going to be a bloody try. This is going to be a try. Good effort from Saylor. Really good effort from Saylor. And knew he was quick. Grounded from Ashton. Bloody hell. Come on. And it's going to be... That's a try for Warrington. Come on. Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. So it is only 12-8 right now, but the kick is in front of the sticks. So I've just added on the extras. So it went across to Lomax, then across to Wellesby. I thought it was tipped on, but the pass was just wayward. Bounced comfortably for Ashton. Decent chase from Robertson, but just didn't have the legs. Saylor, really good effort from him. Tries to clip the heels, but Ashton just makes it through. Glad he's back. Really glad he's back. Nice. Do you know what? I'd say we've kind of earned that because of the defensive work. We dealt with a lot of pressure before, and yes, we conceded a try, but I think Sneed with the conversion. But yeah, it's I'd say we've kind of earned that because of the defensive work. So we didn't make it happen, but that's the Saints' mistake. Dealt with a lot of pressure, and we're rewarded with something. There we go. So 14-8 for Warrington. So Saints kick off back to Warrington. Ashton's underneath it, gives it to Harrison. Met by a few defenders. Powell is now on. So Walker's done a really good job today. So Powell is now on. So the importance of a 3-man gap is usually critical. Yep. So Philbin, we're the next carry for Warrington. 4th tackle coming up just short of their own 30. Dufty with a carry through the middle. Oh, Dufty looking a bit uncomfortable there. Last tackle. It's out the back to Sneed. Kicks from just over his own 30. Plenty of height on it. Taken comfortably from Sambu on his 30. Takes it up to the 40. So Saints will start this set in pretty decent field position. On the 54th minute, Mbai, centre field, goes to his left to Percival. Saints still short of halfway. Should go over it now, and they do, with Knowles. Mbai waits at dummy half in centre field. Goes to his left to Lomax, then to Sailor out the back, then pops up to Sirenen. They eat up a few metres on that play. They're just short of Warrington's 30. Wellesby shifting right across to Lomax. Cuts back towards the middle. Offloads back to Wellesby. They go left. Then he darts right. He's caught down a dead end in centre field. Shifting left still. Obstruction. Obstruction. Saints fans on Twitter want Wellens out of half time. Did they? I want to see if... I want to check if they did a halftime graphic or anything. See what they're saying. Let's have a gander. Does Wellens realise we have to score tries to win? Pathetic negative nonsense going for goal. 6 minutes into the game, the first sight of opposition try line. What was the point of appointing Breeze if you don't back your attack to score? Yeah, fair enough. So Warrington got a penalty from the obstruction. They're in possession, so just bear with me. Let me get back to it. So Warrington play the ball just short of halfway. There's a set restart. It's across to Williams, going left to Dufty. Then to Toby King. Finds half a break. Gives it off to... Penalty for Saints. Obstruction from Warrington now. 56 minutes on the clock. Wait. Who? Who, what, when, where, and why? Unless I focused on Wellesby there. So if... Not Wellesby, sorry. I focused on Philbin. So if I've completely missed who that was against... Whoever was tackling Philbin has just committed to him. If I've missed something, please tell me, but that looks a bit weird. Half break for Percival. Okay, Saints, 10 metres out. Mbai, over on the left-hand side, comes back towards the middle with Knowles across to Passy. This is Saints' best chance, kind of crashing over through the middle. Is that a 6 again? That's moving right to Sailor. Patted down by Toby King. It's going to be a fresh set. I'm okay with that. We're diffusing the situation. So Saints, 57 minutes on the clock. Get a fresh set. 5 metres out. Knowles waits at dummy half on the right. Towards the middle with Wellesby. Then to Passy on the 10. Straightens up for the carry. Warrington with more work to do on the line. Sure would be thinking about one if we got to the other end of the field. And by 5 metres out goes left to Lomax. Then to Wellesby. Across to Percival. Then to Sambu. Bloody hell, what a finish. I think he's got that. Cracking finish from Sambu. Bloody hell. Jesus Christ. Gene Ormsby inspired. Gene Ormsby inspired indeed. Minutes, it's 56, it's about to be 58 minutes. So that's going to be 14-12 with a kick to come for Saints, right from the touchline. So it's from Wellesby, pops up to Percival, draws in Roderick Ty. Probably didn't need to jump in towards Percival. Okay, he's kind of overdone the jump a little bit, but, I mean, yeah, fair enough. So 58.5 minutes on the clock. Kick to come from St Helens. Well, I hope so, Jonathan. I hope so. What a try indeed. So 58 minutes and 59 seconds stopped on the clock. Percival with his toughest kick of the night. Flying like you on a Sunday. More like Pro Club CDM. Flying in for a two-footed challenge. That's what it's like. Percival is literally a few inches away from the touchline, so this will be a tough one. Success probability is 56%. Percival usually quite reliable, so if he gets this, I wouldn't be surprised. Good under high pressure situations. This is that moment. And the kick from Percival is... Oh, he's bloody scuffed it. He has scuffed it. So it remains a 2-point lead for Warrington. Another star from Saints Academy. Yeah, they know how to produce him. They know how to produce him. You know me, no nonsense, CDM Brexit looping. So Warrington will kick off. So caught on the full by Lomax, gives it to Wormsley. Actually, I'm just thinking Vaughan, Musgrove and Harrison. I know Harrison's on. So there's no Vaughan and Musgrove right now. I think they will probably come on in the next 10 minutes, I'd imagine. So we won't be looking at Sneed for a drop goal at the moment. But a try and a kick would be great from Warrington. If we can muster something up with our own attack, that'd be great. Right, so 20 minutes to go. We're entering the final quarter of the game in byweights at dummy half. Saints on their own 30. Gives it to Wormsley. Gets a few metres on that plate. And by again. Across to Wellesby. Kicks from behind his own 40. Oh, almost taken on the full by Roderick Ty. Well, the hell, he's not used to those, but takes it. Williams waits at dummy half. Warrington just short of their own 40. Curry, dragged back by a few. Musgrove is now on. So is Vaughan. Third tackle. not really been able to make it over halfway yet. Vaughan takes it over the 40, drags 3 defenders. 61 minutes on the clock. Powell to Sneed. Switches back to Musgrove. Forwards are not really making many meters there. Last tackle on halfway for Warrington. Powell goes left to Sneed. Plenty of height on it. Wellesby's underneath it. Takes it cleanly. There's a yellow and blue wall there. So St Helens on their own 20, or just over it. Saylor gives it to Benison. They make a few metres there on that play. Saylor, with a carry through the middle, takes it up to the 40. Decent carry from Tristan Saylor. Mbai waits a dummy off. Goes left to Knowles and across to Lomax. Then to Sirinen. Saints up to halfway on the 4th tackle coming up. Mbai to his right to Knowles. Then to Wellesby. Then Saylor. Robertson to his right, who he goes to. So they're doing this a lot more than we are. And they're eating up meters down the right edge. So last tackle towards the middle with Wellesby. Plenty of height. Good kick chase. Duffy's going to be under pressure. Jumps and takes it cleanly. Well done, Matt Duffy. And Mbai got a hand on the ball there. So it's with Roderick Ty now. Only a few metres there. So Warrington with a lot of work to do at their own end. Toby King over the 20. We need to shift the ball a little bit, eat up those metres. But I mean, at the same time, if Sneed's comfortable with the kicking game, then we might not be under so much pressure on our own line. Going short side left. Fitzgibbon takes it just short of the 40. 4th tackle coming up. Powell waits over on the left-hand side. Comes back towards the middle with Harrison. He's just going to take a carry himself. We're just looking a bit lethargic at the moment. Like it's a bit... It's a bit slow, a bit sluggish. So Powell goes left to Sneed. He's going to eat up meters. Then across to Ashton, who then dinks over the top. Oh, nearly went out on the full. Bounced out behind the 10. Bloody hell, we got away with that one. Jesus Christ, got away with that. Almost out on the full. But actually a perfect kick from Matty Ashton in the end. Okay. So Warrington have a chance to keep Saints pinned back, but they're doing a good job of working the ball out their own end. Sambu with the first carry. Saints only about 13 metres out from their own line. Moses Mbai goes left to Percival with the next carry. Up to the 20 already. So strong carries. They're looking a lot quicker in possession now, St Helens. 64 minutes on the clock. Wormsley through the middle. Up to the 30. So they're already working the ball out of their own end much easier than we are. So they go left to Lomax. Sirinen almost wrapped up by Holroyd, but then gets the ball off. Lomax is not in a good way. He's down at the moment. Lees takes a carry just short of halfway. So yeah, Saints are able to work the ball at their own end so easy. Or so easily is the right one. And Mbai goes to his right to Delaney, who is then brought down about 45 metres out from Warrington's line. They go short side right to Saylor. Across to Wellesby, then to Robertson. Gets a bit of a line break, throws the ball into the mixer. Forwards from Saints, according to Kendall. Now then, Rob, I'm surprised we're still in it last quarter. I think all the defensive work that we've done, we've been really well disciplined today. So I think that's got to be it. We've not really created the chances ourselves. Now we've come up with fortunate moments, but I think we've kind of earned the right to be in this position because of how much pressure we've sustained. So I'm very proud of that. So 15 minutes to go, or 14 and a half minutes left. Ty plays the ball on the 20 for Powell. Gives it to Williams. Oh, almost gets half a break there. Stopped on the 30. Plays the ball for Powell. Who goes short side left to Duffy. Eats up some decent meters there. Just short of halfway. 4th tackle for Warrington. Powell goes to his right to Vaughan. Offloads to Harrison. Now into Saints territory. Defence keeping us in this game like last year. Yeah, exactly that. Powell goes right to Sneed. Kicks the ball high towards the back right. Sambu's underneath it. Takes it cleanly. Got himself a try on debut. Fair play to him. And he's looked alright today. So Saints just in front of their own 10. We've got to be stronger. So 12-8 for Hull FC as well. They play the ball in roughly the same position again, just in front of their own 10. Strong hit onto Percival there. Already up to the 20 though. I think they're getting way too many easy meters per carry. Way too many. Lee's up to the 30 and over it. And by towards the middle with Delaney. Pops it off to Wormsley. Over the 40. Plays the ball for him by. Last tackle. He's going to kick from behind the halfway line. He's going to bounce a couple times for Roderick Ty. He's going to return serve here on the 20. So Warrington, now with Ben Curry, takes it up to the 30. Depends what we try and do here. Not too sure what the game plan is. Are we going to try and add more points on our side? Are we going to just keep kicking to the corners? I would love another try. We go right with Williams. Then out the back to Dufty. I think that's knocked on from Saints. It is. So we'll get another set from the midfield. That's all right. Putting Dufty under a lot of pressure. Fair play from Percival, diffusing that. But that's all right. Looks like we're just holding on at the moment. Yeah, it's like the kicking game is just keeping them pinned into the corners. They're making so many easy meters per carry. We're not slowing down the progress enough. But we needed that. We needed just a moment of luck just to be able to put them under more pressure on their own try line and hopefully keep them properly pinned into the corners unless we can put up some points. Out the back of the scrum, we go left. Williams, then to Dufty. Looks a bit uncomfortable there. Plays the ball just short of halfway. Fitzgibbon with the next carry. So we're now in Saints territory. And we'll be in good field position here. So on the 40, Dufty is not in a good way right now. He's limping. He does not look good at all. Okay, Vaughan with the next carry. Powell waits at dummy half. Warrington 35 metres out. They go right to Sneed. Out the back to Williams. Across to Ty. He's going to go himself. Roderick Ty. Oh! Just stays in field. Oh my God. Roderick Ty, how's he done that? So Williams to Harrison on the 10. Gets the offload back to Williams. Williams darting left over the top to Dufty. Knocks the ball on, does he? No, he doesn't. Vaughan dinks the ball through towards the back left. Wellesby recovers it. Oh my God, what is going on? Saints are only a metre out from their own line. 11 minutes to go. Oh my God. Wellesby slow to get up. Robertson, fast defensive line speed. Discipline, boys. Discipline. Robertson at dummy half. Hands it off to Delaney. Harrison slips over. Drags it over the 10. Too many metres easily again. How Roderick Ty stayed in there, I do not know. So Saints already over the 20. How are we not pinning them back? How are we not able to do it once? So Wormsley goes left to Lomax. Then to Percival. Gets half a break. Oh, just stopped by Holroyd. Hope Dufty's alright enough. Mbai kicks from his own 40. Taking on the full from Dufty. It's moving okay. Shifting left. Look for a line break. Fakes the switch back to... I think that was Holroyd. Oh, it would have been Toby King, actually. So it's now with Toby King. Takes the ball just over Warrington's 30. So 9.5 minutes to go, folks. Warrington with a 2-point lead. Powell goes left to Fitzgibbon. Strong carry from him over the 40. For a wire fan, it's never over till it's over, especially against Saints. Yeah, you're telling me, Kevin, you're telling me. Powell goes right to Sneed. Fakes a switch back. Then out the back to Williams. Out the back to Dufty. Across to... Roderick Ty's got space down the right-hand side. Nothing silly here. Just cut back in. Breaks off one. Takes the tackle about 37 metres out. Plays the ball for Holroyd. Comes back towards the middle with Williams. Then to Vaughan. Don't force it. Don't force it, Powell. Go on. Oh, he's stopped just short. Held up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 5th tackle, we're going to play the ball on the 10. I don't mind if we don't force it. If we just, like, take a carry, stop them, like, just get stopped a few metres out, I wouldn't mind that. Sneed kicks towards the back right. Curry goes up, knocks it back to Holroyd, but then knocks it on. Knock on by Warrington. Well, yeah, we knew that. Could they not have just played the ball? Oh. That's worth a challenge. Okay. I think we'll get possession. It's patted back from Curry. I think it's then tipped on from Lomax into Adam Holroyd. I think. So Curry goes up for it. Positive that he gets contact on this. He's the one that pushes it back. Lomax touches it into Holroyd. 7-3, come on guys, hope they hold. So do I. So do I. Hang on, do we need multiple angles? Because surely just the first one kind of told us what happened. Yes. Yes, he does. Oh my God. I seriously wonder what screens they're looking at. Come on. Warrington will have possession inside St Helens 10. And we retain a challenge. We retain a challenge. So scrum for Warrington. 2 successful challenges. Did we challenge it again earlier? I don't remember a second challenge that we had, but apparently we've had 2 successful challenges. But Saints had a successful challenge earlier, did they not? Yeah, I think the stat's just a bit wrong. I think it's 1-1 actually. So just under 8 minutes to go. Got to give it to Saints. Scramble defence. Yeah, their scramble defence is so annoyingly good. It has been historically. So out the back of the scrum, we go left to Williams. Cuts back towards the middle. Look for an offload maybe. No, just brought down about 13 metres out. Powell waits centre field at dummy half. 7.5 minutes to go. Goes left to Musgrove. Met by Mbai. Stopped on the 10. Powell waits just left of the sticks. Through the middle with Vaughan. So Warrington, a few metres out. Vaughan is dragged right in front of the try line, so we're a metre short. Powell, in between the sticks, goes out the back to Sneed. Pops it up to Holroyd. Still only about 4 or 5 metres out. Powell switches back to Harrison, trying to crash over. Stopped a metre short. Last tackle coming up for Warrington. Right at the sticks now with Powell. Goes across to Sneed. He's going to kick towards the back left. The ball is all over the place, but it's with Fitzgibbon. Look for an offload. It's going to be tackled inside Saints 10, so it's going to be a handover. Okay, I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that, just hopefully keeping them there. But they still get easy metres per carry. So Mbai hands it off to Benison. Discipline, boys. Stopped on the 10 by Vaughan and Powell. Mbai waits at dummy half. So cross to Knowles, then to Lomax. They're trying to get some metres down the left here, and they do. Percival past the 20. Breaks through. Williams is chasing. Easy metres again. Ashton takes... Jesus Christ. How do they manage to do it every single time? They go right to Lomax. Then to Saylor. On Warrington's 20. Cuts back inside. shifting left now. Bloody hell. Wormsley. Stop 10 metres short. Now 5 metres short. Jesus Christ. How do we let that happen? They go left to Lomax. Fourth tackle. 6.5 minutes to go. Sorry, 5.5 minutes to go. And by left of the sticks goes right to Delaney, then across to Lomax. Caught down a dead end, wrapped up by Musgrove. Okay, last tackle for Saints. And by waits at dummy half in centre field. He goes right to Sailor, dinks the ball through. Caught by Dufty, got a bit of space to run. Dufty stopped on the 10. Okay, 5 minutes left. Oh my God. Oh my God. Powell gives it to Holroyd. The nerves are kicking in now. I'll be honest, the nerves are kicking in. So we're over the 20. Dufty looks knackered. Silence, Kevin. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't start. 4.5 minutes to go. Fourth tackle for Warrington. Walker is on. Gives it to Vaughan. Vaughan's going to play the ball for Walker in centre field. He goes left to Sneed on the last. Kicks the ball long. It's going to bounce a couple times. Oh, that's nice. Stops just in front of the try line. That is nice from Mark Sneed. Beautiful. Benison stopped 15 metres out from his own line. So there's 4 minutes left. Saints in possession inside their own half. Sambu skips towards the right. Stopped on his own 20. And by waits at dummy half. Goes right to Robertson, who takes a carry. And by now going left with Lomax, then to Wellesby, across to Percival. Straightens up, onto halfway, now in Warrington territory on the fourth tackle. Now with Wellesby. Switches back to Wormsley. Brought down on Warrington's 40. Last tackle for Saints. And by goes right to Lomax. Then to Wellesby. Then to Sailor. Skips back towards the middle. He's going to be wrapped up. Brought down on Warrington's 20. Come on. Fitzgibbon. Don't do all this time wasting nonsense. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just play the ball. Ashton with the first carry. 3 minutes to go. Well, he's Sneed, lad. We look a different team again like last year. Come on, wire. He's helped massively. His kicking has been exceptional. Roderick Tye with the next carry. Takes it over the 20 for Warrington. Walker at dummy half. To Philbin. Go on, Joe. Takes it over the 30. And a few extra metres there as well. Ball comes loose. Penalty for Warrington. I think Philbin's milked that a little bit, but I'll take the penalty. Penalty for Warrington. John Wells says that there's a strip there. I didn't see it properly. I'm leaning more towards a strip than a lost ball, slightly. But it's and some of those, they can be difficult to judge. 2 minutes to go. Warrington in possession on Saints 40. Powell switches back to Joe Philbin. Walker. 30 metres out, goes left to Sneed. Why are we forcing stuff? Knock on from Sailor. Oh my God. Why are we forcing stuff? We don't need to do this shit. We don't need to do it. Captain's challenge from Saints. We just don't need to do that. So, Sneed. So, he goes out the back to Williams. It's hard to tell there. Is it simultaneously touched? I can't really tell. Philbin was lucky there. Let's have a look. Actually, I can't tell. Oh, that angle looks like it was Sailor that touched it first, but we can't see Williams' right hand, so I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. Right, I think we're gonna keep possession. That's gonna be unsuccessful challenge from Saints, I believe. We need a bloody trumpet, don't we? We need a trumpet. Hey! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Scrum for Warrington, 20 metres out. Or is it 30? It's 30 metres out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I hate playing Saints so much. I hate playing Saints. Squeaky bum time, indeed, Michael. So we're going to play the ball into the scrum. We're going to feed the ball into the scrum, I should say. 30 metres out. It's out to Williams on the right hand side. He's skipping. Don't force it. Just don't force it. I don't want us to pass. I just want us to carry the ball straight. So next carry from Ben Curry. Quick defensive line speed from Saints. A minute left to go. A minute on the clock. Second tackle with Powell taking a carry himself. They're going to be looking for a strip, actually. Walker goes left to... He knocks on. Why are we doing stupid shit? Saints now spread the ball left with Lomax. Then across to Percival. Onto the 30. Oh shit. It's with Wormsley. Carries up to the 40. 30 seconds to go. Okay. Mbai goes right to Knowles. Yes! Come on! Yes! Come on! Good work. Full time. Let's go. Jesus Christ, what a response from last week. The last few weeks have been shocking. What a response. What a response. Thank the Lord. Mark Sneed, you are one beautiful human being. Salford fans, I understand. Hull FC fans, I understand. I've been waiting for a competent kicking game since Widdop and bloody Austin was the partnership. Been waiting. Thank God. Still not here, Rob, let's be real. Just disappear, Sam. Disappear. I know him. I recognise him. Oh, good. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Go on.
Hello?
Yeah, all right.
You alright?
Yeah, you got something you want to say? Be careful, because there's still 48 people here, so be careful.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, you're on. I'm on stream. Be careful.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think you'd actually you'd answer. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot now, son. Say what you're gonna say. Come on.
Well, my opinion is it was a bad game in the office, but
Was it?
he's lucky.
Lucky, yeah. Was it lucky? Yeah.
Still shite.
So you lost to a shite team.
Yes.
That's interesting. That.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Look at this. I'm seeing some big baldy nugget. Sorry, apologies about that.
Yeah.
Right, hold on. Let me let the dog out into the kitchen.
Yeah, this is all on stream still. People are thinking, what the hell's going on?
Well, that's just a dog. I apologise. His name's Alfie.
All right.
He's a good boy half the time.
Okay.
He's just a devil dog the other.
Right.
Come on, go. All right, I'm gonna have to go, but enjoy.
Yeah, I will do.
Good
I will
stream.
do.
Good stream.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? It was a good game, wasn't it? It was a good result. I think the better team won, didn't they? I think there's a really good team that plays in Primrose and Blue. They just managed to be world class today.
No. Also, fuck the Green Bay Packers.
All right, okay. How did the Cowboys do last year, mate?
Wonderful.
Wonderful, yeah.
Wonderful.
Have fun in the draft as well. Aren't you really high up the draft? Aren't you like drafting before us because you did worse than us?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not looking good for you, is it, mate? What basketball team do you support as well?
The Rockets.
Are they doing poor this year?
I don't know. I've not followed it this year.
No, well, you wouldn't really follow a bad team, would you?
No, to be fair, I think they're doing all right. But hey, we can't say that though, because I mean, up the toffees, isn't it?
Yeah, up the top. We're up the toffees, of course. Best team in Europe, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, I'll love you and leave you and get back to the wonderful people that are still here.
All right. Well, I hope everyone's having a good time.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are.
Love you all.
I'm sure they love you too, Sam. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of the stream.
No worries.
All right. See you later, mate.
See you in a bit.
Bye. What a guy. Okay. Anyway, folks, that was Sam. Football starts in US again next week. UFL starts again Thursday if anyone likes the league. UFL. Or is that meant to be NFL? If it's NFL... Sneed got man of the match. Dingleberry, I agree. I'm there with you. I'm there. I'm there with you. Definitely some things to work on as well. Definitely some things. But, my God, I will take that. UFL's like a level below NFL. Oh, okay. What's the damage, though, with injuries? Do you know what? I don't know. I'm probably not going to do much talking right now. I'm going to listen to most of the interviews. I've already missed the Burgess and Sneed one. I'm just going to listen a bit. If anyone's got any thoughts, like, put them in, and I'll try and read what I can. Thulis. I know Thulis is the only one with an injury. Dufty didn't look great at one point. Williams didn't look great at one point, but that was earlier on and still finished the game. But I think injury-wise, I think we're okay. Okay, I don't know the woman that was in the crowd that shushed George Williams after he, of course, did it. But to the woman in the crowd, I don't know who you are, but shh. But get home safe. Oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that. Oh. Was I at least correct with Hull FC winning? Because I was already wrong with Huddersfield beating Salford. And I predicted Saints to win because it was logical. But I'm completely fine. I'm completely fine with being wrong about that one. I just need to check the other one. Okay, Hull FC won. Okay, so I'm incorrect with 2, but I'm right with that. Alright, okay, fair enough. Fair enough then. Alright, so let's see what some of the fans have been saying then. I'm going to check the Saints' social media in a bit. Cracking game, found a great performance at Wire. There'll be some people on here that know of a specific YouTuber. His name used to be... Yes, Red VTV. Good point. Good point. I know my dad likes watching them, and just another guy that we know, Pete, that we sit next to at the games. Love watching them after a Saints loss, but oh my God. But another YouTuber, some people will know, his name used to be St. Helens' best team in the world. He's now changed it to 4 Pete Champions. People just live rent-free in his head. They don't even need planning permission. He just builds apartment complexes in his brain for anyone that he interacts with on YouTube. You even called it, because I knew it. I knew people would know. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the excuses. Because the way he argues is, right, this is how he argues. If they lose, like fair and square, which I think Saints lost fair and square, they were definitely better than Warrington at a lot of other things. You like him and hate him. But Warrington, I'd say, would, deserve to win. But even if Saints won, I'd say it also would have been deserving. But the thing is, he'll just obviously lie about things. Like, he just blatantly lies. And then when you bring up the fact that you've beaten him, well, not him, but Saints, but you've beaten Saints, he'll then refer to all the stats of how many Super Leagues and Challenge Cups that Saints have won compared to any other team. And that's like just how he argues. He was mad in the comments. He used to list everything Saints. Like, yeah, he just rattles off all the records. Ah. He's banned from the stadium so he can zip it. Yeah, I remember called him out on it on a comment, and there were other people saying that like they know the security, so they know that he's not allowed in. Changed his name because he changed his name to 4 Pete Champions. I don't ever like to gloat, and I don't like to rub it into fan bases. So if there's any Saints fans here, I'm happy because I know he's fuming. He's got veins just popping out of his skull at the moment. Like, I just know he's so irate right now, and I don't like rubbing things into Saints fans. I call my mate Sam because he's taking the mic, but any shit is given directly to him, not Saints fans, because that's not me as a person. I don't want to just rub it into a whole fan base, but he can get stuffed. why I rode their luck a bit tonight, but we deserve that look. Yeah, that's the thing for me, is we didn't really... I'm trying to think, what was our first trial like? We didn't really create much. We were given a lot, and we got lucky at times, but we worked exceptionally hard to keep them out. And in a lot of other areas... we worked incredibly hard, and we're very professional. He's muted in my channel comments due to his homophobic rant on one of my vids. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate from him. You're allowed to gloat when it's... I know I'm allowed to gloat, but it's like... that's not really me. I don't really like doing that to an entire fan base. You know, he's having a break. He is. He's having a mental breakdown. Did George Williams spend £775 on a pair of trainers? Bloody hell, John Wilkin. Right, okay. I'm going way past it now. But I do want to say thanks very much for the people that showed up. I think we hit a max of like 77 people. Because when it was getting to crunch time, baby, it was, people wanted to stop by. But yeah, I do want to say a huge thank you to everyone that stopped by. It's been a hell of a game. It's been a hell of a game. Hell of an evening. Am I going to do a match? I might do a match review tonight. When you say something, he's going to remember when St. Helens beat Wanky White 8-0 to win the league. Yeah. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good night. Plenty more Rugby League to go this weekend. I'll be watching a bit of NRL in the mornings and stuff. But yeah. Oh my god. Sorry, Wellings just popped up on the screen. I just know someone's going to post a picture of that on Twitter. Just a picture of his face. I know someone's going to do that. I just know they are. Anyway, right. Thank you very much for stopping by. Have a fantastic night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your rugby league. Thanks to Hull FC for getting me a win on the predictions this week as well. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Come on the wire.